right, let's see. Let's see if we can get all this going together. Still setting up the camera the old way just in case. All right. I think I got everything working. All right. All right, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new studio today. Got some new equipment that we tried to use yesterday, and we had many fails. I had multiple audios coming in to the video feed. I was able to use my backup audio feed that I had done, but none of the video came out. I couldn't use it, and because it was echoey from having multiple mics plugged in, and I didn't realize that it was hearing them. I didn't do any testing the way I should have, but this time I've tested everything out. But I'm so paranoid. I'm still backing everything up now. I got my audio one going. I got my phone still doing it. But I got this new equipment, and I want to use it, but I want to make sure that I'm not wasting my time either. So I'm going to have plenty of ways to show this cast now, but I'll let you know we picked up a new camera. I've added a light because it was a little grainy, and so with a little added light, though, it looks to be like we've cleaned up the graininess. And we've got a new mic. We got a Yeti Blue. It's a USB mic, but it's for a USB. It's a very good mic, But I still like this one. Still sounds better. And I still like using this one for actually my playback. It's better than this one's good. The Blue's good, but the Blue's more, I think, set up for internet, where this mic was set up for radio, and it just gives you that deeper tone. But I was having issues connecting them together. I think I actually got it fixed, but I wanted one of these mics anyways, and I went with the blue one because it was cheaper for the blue one, and I got blue headphones, I got blue glasses, so I'm like, I'll go and save, $13 extra and use the blue mic. I think they thought they'd get special and make the blue one, but more people want the black one probably, so they're selling the blue one cheaper. I don't know, I could be wrong about that, but anyways, I hope you're enjoying the new video and the new mic. And like I said, I got it backed up on my phone just in case. I'm doing it all the ways I can this time. But I've got my new soundboard. You guys heard some of that if you listen to the podcast. But I don't think that's going to be linked in to the video part. So I probably won't be using it that much. I think it's hokey anyways. I don't need sound effects. The cat is his own sound effect, right, people? All right. So what are we going to talk about today? What is going on? I don't know. I just wanted to do a cast like I'm always doing. I had put up some reels of my cats running on the wheel, or I should say the one cat not running on the wheel. So some shorts have been added to CatCast that you guys need to check out. One's of my little calico munchkin, Callie, and that's the one that she likes running on the wheel. And then I got the big fat cat named Kitty. It's the only thing she would respond to. And she doesn't like to use the wheel, but she does like chasing the laser. But I put some up of her where I try to get her to use the wheel, and she won't do it. She just doesn't. The only way she uses the wheel is like the pirate ship at the amusement park. She'll run up one side and then grab it and then go whoosh, 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 whoosh. She weighs enough she can do about 2 to 3 of those rocks, but that's all she does. She never wants to do regular walking on it or anything, but oh well, the other cat's using it, so that's all good. So you might want to check out those shorts. I put them up as reels because my one friend said, well, put some shorts up there. And I thought, well, the only thing I can put up that are shorts are cat videos. But since I am the cat caster, there's nothing wrong with doing that, right? It's absolutely perfect. So we're going to I did it. I put some up there. What else can we talk about today? I gotta remember not to tap. I wonder if I bring up my armrests higher, if that will keep me from tapping. I hold them and grip them. I can do that, right? Yeah, I like it. It's better already. Keeps my posture better, my shoulders back. Sit up straight, shoulders back. That's what your mom always said, right? That's what my mom said anyways. I want to talk about Illinois and how the police did not respond when officers were in distress. And then they lied about it and said, no, we said they could respond. But we've got audio and visual evidence now of the order to not go there. So that particular police chief was lying, and this is pretty serious in my opinion. You can't ever leave people in distress when they are in need. They were being barricaded or trapped, and it's just getting out of control now. We're starting to look like a third world country, and it really is distasteful to Kat. I can't stand it the way we look right now, and I don't know why everybody is just okay with this garbage that's going on. Why is Kat the only one that is like, stop this? You know? I don't see any Democrats stopping this. They're okay with this mass chaos. And it really is starting to get to Kat that they're doing this. And I don't know why I'm the only one that seems to care. It's kind of upsetting, you know? It's kind of, I don't know. But I don't like it, you know? I don't. It's ridiculous. Playing politics has to stop, people. You can't just not come and rescue people when they need your help. It's just crazy. I'm trying to stay calm. I don't want my meters to spike. I actually have meters I can watch now. I got all this screen stuff. Before I was like, I can just concentrate on the cameras, but now I got meters that I'm looking at, making sure everything's recording, and you know, I can see myself up there, and I'm like, I need to look here at the cameras and keep myself focused. I love having all this stuff, though. I like it just for the electronic. I always wanted this kind of stuff. I was so into electronics when I was a kid, and I took all my old parents' stereos and stuff, and I stack them together, so I'd have a bunch of buttons and switches and lights up to do things with, and now I've got stuff that I actually can do stuff with. It's not just, you know, joking around stuff. So I like that, you know. I mean, I still got flashing buttons that don't really do a whole lot, but I like it. Anyways, you have to look at the video of Illinois where they're going through Broadville, I think it is, and they're just car after car. The streets look lined like it's a parade, only the people are throwing rocks, they're filming with their cameras, they're yelling, they're, you know, basically just causing chaos. It's not a protest when you're throwing rocks and yelling. It's not a protest, people. You guys are just causing chaos. And to Kat, it's very disheartening. I don't know why you have to do this. I just wish people would just grow up and stop this, you know. Imagine if this is how we acted, you know, and it's January 6th, January 6th, January 6th. One day of a few people breaking and entering, okay, into that place, and really most of them just entered. Somebody else broke and they just followed in. You know, it is not the same thing as what you guys are doing. Nobody had rocks thrown at them. Nobody died except for one of the people that was there, as one of the protesters in January 6th, okay? So I don't like it. And the attacking that's going on now, it's already led to some deaths, you know? I mean, they were detainees, but it was by a person that was upset with ICE. They got the exact opposite effect of what they wanted by doing that, and it's just getting to me. I really want to stop. I'm really tired of Pritzker, the Illinois governor, coming out and saying we don't need help when you got the video footage. Why does nobody take their phone up and say, yes, you do. Look, sir. Look, sir. Look, take him the order. Play him the thing where they said don't show up. Okay? They said don't show up and help them. All right? Don't go there. I mean, and they had to repeat the order. Somebody's like, can you repeat that? And they say, yep, this is what we're being told. Because the person was like, what? What? Can you repeat that? So this is going to blow up. Because we can't have this continuing. We can't have people just disobeying the law. I saw Brandon Johnson today, the mayor of Chicago, again making his executive order that they can't use any private or public property or whatever to do their arrests. You cannot create a sanctuary inside your thing like they did with the country of Chad out in Seattle. Remember when they tried to do that? This is Chad now. We've occupied this. You can't do that where you can just forget it and tell them no. I know because maybe because of the marijuana, everybody has thought, yes, you can. But marijuana has been decided by the people, and it doesn't hurt people like what's going on in your state, where people are being harmed, and they're not. I mean, they're attacking people for doing their job. It's downright disgusting. You know, it is so inappropriate. And you guys do nothing, you say nothing, and Illinois is come on. It used to be a great city, and it's not anymore. When people ask me, oh, you're close to Chicago, I'm like, yeah, not that close. I don't want to be associated with Chicago. It's not where you want to be. I don't want to be associated with it. It is not the city it was. It's not Sweet Home Chicago anymore. Sweet Home Chicago. No. I don't go to the baseball games anymore. I don't go to the museums. I don't feel safe there. So why would I go there? And I guess I could go to a White Sox game. It's on the outskirts, but I don't. And some of it is because I just don't like where the city is. So I'm like, why would I want to spend any of my tourism money there? I don't agree with what they are doing, so I don't really want to be part of it, you know? So that's kind of how I feel about that one. But okay, that's enough time on that one. I hope the sound really sounds good. I really hope it does. Watching these meters and stuff, I hope it's all coming out nice. I don't know, but I got plenty of backup if it's not. I'm covered. What else should we talk about? We talked about the guy that tried to assassinate Brett Kavanaugh, and also he wanted to get two other justices. Well, the judge only gave him 8 years, which means he'll probably serve 6 for an assassination attempt. And they were asking for 30 years, which many would have got maybe 24. I was saying maybe he should get 20. He might get 15 then. But I think 8 is extremely low. And the judge basically said it's because of him being trans that she's given him this lesser sentence, and I don't think that's appropriate. Why should he get a lesser sentence because he's trans? Because if that's the case, people will just start claiming to be trans to get a lesser sentence. And I don't think there should be a lesser sentence for people that are trans. It makes no sense to me. Why would you need to do that exactly? But she cites that as a reason. The Justice Department is going to appeal that decision, and who knows, it all depends on what judge gets it, and how liberal they are and stuff. But when the recommended is 30 years and you give somebody 8, that seems excessively low. It's not even half. It's not even 15 years would be half of what they normally want. The person was going to assassinate somebody, and the only reason they didn't is they had apparently spoiled his plot. They realized what he was doing, and then they were waiting for him, kind of thing. So then he turns himself in after he basically got caught. He knew he was caught, so I don't really put any mind into it at that point. But what do you guys think? I mean, do you think 8 years, which he'll probably get then 6, is sufficient for somebody that wanted to assassinate 3 Supreme Court justices, not just 1, 3. Yeah, he wanted to totally disrupt our judicial system at the highest level. That is very, very scary and dangerous stuff that this guy wanted to do. So I don't think that she's taking it seriously, the judge. I really don't. If it was her life, would she be okay with just giving the person 8 years? I don't think so. So, all right, that's good on that subject. Hamas. I didn't write anything down. I don't know what I'm looking down for. I guess just to think of stuff. Hamas, we don't know what's going on with them accepting the deal at this point. I think they're dragging their feet as long as possible. And I'm just like, well, once we get the hostages back, we'll just take care of business. Because, we said it's a take it or leave it deal. We didn't say there's no more negotiating, people. We've tried negotiating with you guys for decades. It's failed. There's no Hezbollah anymore, okay? We took out Iran's power, okay? They're not going to have money for a while. So Hamas, you're not going to have money. We're not going to let you keep your guns because that's how you keep oppressing the people with your guns. You're going to have to use knives or something else because we're not going to let you keep the guns. So you're not going to win this. So it's just a matter of time before we take care of this. But we're going to try to get the hostages back, and then we're going to basically take care of business because we've done this for long enough. And we need to go to the Putin thing too. It's time to do something with that because he's not changing his ways. He's dead set on doing this, and I don't know what the plan is, but I think we just say take Putin out. We put a price on his head so big that anybody in Russia is going to want to take him out. We'll just be like, we're $50 billion. You want $50 billion? What's it going to take out Putin? Somebody can do it. We want to end this war. Putin apparently doesn't. We've tried every means possible. So at this point, I'm like, let's just take him out. If long as the leaders aren't behind him and they're going to be like, yep, we don't really care to do what he's trying to do. We would rather just, Russia's like the biggest country in the freaking world. Do you know that? Landmass wise, I think they're the biggest. They want more. They don't have enough land. We want some more. Yeah, we want more. We don't have enough. You guys are the biggest country in the freaking world. What the hell? I think he's greedy as hell, in my opinion. And Russia will never be the Soviet Union again. For him to think that, is Acidine. Like I said, they don't have the money, they don't have the people anymore, they don't have all the prestige that they had. They're a shell of what they were. So that's not saying that they're still not a great country. I mean, they can be a great country. I like Russia. Very beautiful women, very beautiful architecture, beautiful culture. I don't have anything bad about the Russian people. I just don't like when a person's trying to just take land and kill people and doesn't care just to get what he wants. That's Putin, killing, 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 killing. And he don't care about anybody but himself. I mean, he may say, oh, greater good of Russia. I don't think so. He must be doing this for his legacy or something. I don't know. I think he's an idiot. I used to like him, but I've totally lost my opinion of him. He is disgusting to me now. I don't know why anybody would like him. I used to think he was cool, dude, riding on the horse. He had his shirt off. He actually had a good-looking physique, and he was brash. He says what he means, except lately. Of course, he's been lying, but he used to be pretty brash and say what he means and does what he's going to say. And I like some of that stuff about him. But now I've learned that he's nothing that I don't respect him anymore. He's lost cat, and it's sad. It's sad that he's in my opinion, he's ruined his legacy. He could have had a legacy, in my opinion. Now he's kind of underneath Gorbachev, and I thought Gorbachev was pretty low, and I'm like, dude, you're below Gorbachev now. So that's where I'm at with that one. Russia is they're just going to keep doing whatever they're doing. Nothing's going to stop them. So take them out. Take out Putin. That's my recommendation. If you can't get the person to come along. Same thing with the Ayatollah in Iran. I take them out. They still want their nuclear weapons. So I'd be like, all right, we're going to take out every person that wants them. And when we get to somebody that finally says, it's not that important to me to have nuclear weapons, it doesn't mean that much to me, I'll be fine with just running my country. And then we'll let that person live. So we can just keep taking them out one after another, after another, after another. It's not our problem. Till we get someone that is like, I don't think it's that great a thing. Maybe I'll come up with a flying car or something, and we can be proud of that. I mean, it's for our people. I won't give it up because it's an accomplishment. You know how many other countries have already accomplished it? Why don't you come up with something that nobody else has done? Why don't you come up with an anti-gravity car, okay? Iran. What do you mean it's so important to your people? Oh, it's so important to my people to make nuclear bomb, nuclear doll. Yeah, you're an idiot. That guy's dumb. That's the dumbest excuse. They have to come up with some kind of excuse. Just say it's very important to us. It's like our manhood. It's your manhood, huh? Okay. Well, we're gonna take that manhood away from you then, buddy. I tell you. Today's a Monday. It's a Monday. Monday. Well, I have retouching that I really need to do. So the podcast was just something I wanted to test out all this new equipment. I didn't have the special topics even set up today like I normally do, but I wanted to do something just to test all this stuff out and make sure it's all working. So I'm sorry I didn't have a better show lined up for us today than what I do have, but it's something. It's something, right? And we'll have a better show tomorrow for sure. Not that this wasn't a good show. I mean, this is a good test of the new equipment. I got all this microphone stuff here. I got new cameras and, I got all this stuff to look at. It's kind of exciting, I thought Callie might be talking the whole time I was up here because I had her outside today because I was waiting on this mic to get here. And she was just chirping away after I had to bring her back in, wanting to go back out again. You know how she is. So, I guess she finally gave up. So we don't have to worry about that. Anyways, I guess that's all I got. Like I said, I didn't write anything down. Keep looking down at this paper, and it's from what my episode yesterday that we didn't get any video of, But like I said, it doesn't matter. We got the audio, and I think I got it all working now. Video wasn't that good anyways. Like I said, without having that extra light up here, it was pretty grainy. So I've added a lamp, add some fill light, and now it doesn't seem too grainy. I'm pretty happy with it. I set the focus because the focus wants to always back focus on the room, and I don't like back focus because then you look out of focus, But if you look at the reporters all the time now, they'll go and they have back focus on because they set their own cameras up and they just put like infinity focus, or it focuses without them in there, and then they go and stand in there, and they're soft. Now some of them like it because it takes out some of their imperfections, but as a photographer, it drives me crazy. I'm like, the focus isn't even set on the person, it's on the building 30 feet behind them. That bothers the cat. So I manual focus this one. I think I got it pretty good, as good as I could get it for the camera that it is. And I don't know what else to say. I'm trying to drag it out to my 30 minutes, but I think we should just end it because I don't have anything else to say today. But that's okay. We can have a shorter episode. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with Kat, and we will do this again tomorrow. And as always, I appreciate you guys hanging out, listening to what I have to pontificate about, and not getting crazy about it later. I really appreciate I got my friends now dialoguing with me, and even sending me links and stuff. So I really appreciate that we can do this and create dialogue, have two-way discussions, and nobody gets upset. Everybody learns the other person's perspective, and they feel better about it. Like my one friend, he's upset that they have to wait a few years, up to 20, to get into the country. And I don't think it usually takes 20 years. I think it can be shorter than that. But I think anything worthwhile takes time, and so it shouldn't be you just get to snap your fingers and get in here, in my opinion. So I don't have an issue with it. I don't want it to take 20 years, but I think the fact that 2 years is the starting point seems like a fair number, I don't think it should be instant gratification. We have to also check out the person, make sure they're a good, safe person to be in here. I mean, there are reasons why, and I like that they have to pay some money to get in here. They shouldn't just get in for free. You want to have to come here. You need to show that you want to be here. It should be a privilege to be here, not a right. Unless you're born here, and even birthright citizenship anymore, we're questioning, because it had to do with slaves. It doesn't have to do with the way it's done nowadays. So, yeah. Anyways, that's time for another topic. Another day. It's amazing. I was going to just end the show, and then I found a tangent I could go off into for another few minutes. Anyways, keep commenting. Keep giving Kat stuff to talk about. Don't get mad at me. Remember, I'm just dialoguing with you. These are all opinions. You have opinions too. I want you to share them, and I want to hear them so I can learn perspective. All right? This is Kat Kennison, and this was the Cat Cast. We love having you here. Thanks again for being here with the cat. Cha-ba-cha. We'll see you guys Yamana tomorrow. Let's stop these things now.